All right, let's kick this off. I'm Two-Tone Sports. Today, this is going to be a Chargers video on who makes the roster, the 53-man roster prediction. And I'm going to go as far as giving you guys the starters. It may shock you a little bit. So, let's jump into this one. If you guys like it, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. We're going to be more consistent on this channel heading into the summer. Work has been a little bit busy, and as you see by the balloons right here, I had surgery, so I had to do a lot leading up to that. So let's get into the video. All right, here we are, the Los Angeles Chargers 53-man roster prediction following the NFL draft. Right, way too early, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we have Herbert and Stick making it. I do agree with this, that Max Duggan and Casey are going to be cut. Right here it's asking, could Max Duggan push Easton Stick for a spot? Maybe. I don't think so. Easton Stick came in. He's more the mobile QB. He's more the whatever. Maybe Duggan. But you have to remember we might be able to roster. I forget what the rule is about rostering 3 QBs. So you could be seeing Duggan on that sideline. This is where it gets interesting in running backs. And I have some strong takes here, right? I think definitely Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins. I think Dotson, Mason. I know. We're replacing the fullback. It is what it is. Xander Horvath. Whatever. Vidal. I think he has to make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the false hope and phenomenal draft pick by Mr. Tom Telesco, Isaiah Spiller. I agree. I think it's probably time to move on. What have we seen from him? Absolutely nothing. The man was a healthy scratch. How many weeks? Over, like, come on. How many weeks has this man been a healthy scratch? Cut the losses. New regime. We got to move on, right? Vidal is an exciting rookie behind the 2 former Ravens and Elijah Dotson, who looked great in the preseason last year. We'll have another strong summer to convince the team to move on from Isaiah Spiller. Right now, Dotson over Spiller, 1,000%. Jarrett Patterson, unfortunately, the running back room is just way too big, but the two-headed monster with Edwards and Dobbins, awesome. Then you could freaking throw Dotson in there, Vidal, however you want to say it, and Ben Mason. Underrated signing, by the way. Completely underrated signing. Ben Mason is not getting talked about enough. Let's get it on to the wide receiver group, which everybody thinks is our weakest group. By the way, starters, it's going to be a two-headed monster between Dobbins and Edwards. Do I really have to tell you who the starting QB is going to be? Come on. Moving on to receivers. We got Quentin Johnston, Joshua Palmer, Ladd, Darius Davis, Brendan Rice, and Cornelius Johnson. Simi Fehoko, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Gill, Leon Johnson. I think they have this top right. Darius Davis, I think, is guaranteed a roster spot at this point because of his special teams ability. But all these other guys really aren't going to be cut. Maybe Cornelius, but it's a Michigan guy. He's not getting cut. Simi Fehoko, Johnson, I think they have this line right. Let's read this. Chargers have built a nice wide receiver room after moving on from Keenan Allen. They also made a signing. So you might see one of these guys gone. I do apologize. We switched to a different one because I realized that is not the most updated roster. So right here, we're going to go quickly back. Herbert, Gus Edwards. This room, I would say, is fine. I don't think you see Spiller here. I think you see Dotson. He's going to be switched out. You got your fullback, Ben Mason. That's that room. Wide receivers, this is better. You got Quentin Johnson, Ladd, Darius Davis, Brendan Rice, Palmer, Chark. Excuse me on that one. Just reading over my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think they're going to extend this. You'll see this section here. This front section here, and Cornelius. The rest, gone. 10-end room. Unfortunate. We have Will Dissly, Hayden Hurst, Donald, and Stone Smart. Unfortunately, and I think you have like Zach Haynes or something. I don't know if he's still around. But I think you see these three make the roster. Will Dissly, Hayden Hurst, Donald Parham. Unfortunately, Stone's smart, man. He's done a lot for the team. He stepped up when we needed him. I think Stone disappears. We skipped that Stone, huh? Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Rashawn Slater, Foster Sorrell. I think these two make it. We have to give Rashawn Slater another deal, by the way. We should really talk about that in a later video. I think Zion Johnson and Brendan Jameis, however you want to say it. Bradley Boozman, Corey Linsley's going to be cut post June 1st, retirement, whatever. It saves cap, all that stuff. He's going to be gone. Jamari Sawyer and Jordan McFadden, they'll make the roster. Alt and Pipkins, pretty much this back end won't make it. I would love to see one of them step up in training camp and the off-season programs and everything and really shine to make it a difficult decision. I would love that. But man, this pairing of Slater and Alt, honestly, it's the best I felt about the offensive line going into the season in a long time. This is where I think things could get interesting on the defense. All right, you got Scott Matlock. Love him. I think he makes the team. You got Morgan Fox. Ow. I would like to say Clark. I think he's fringe. I'm not sure if he's making it, but I think Matlock, Fox, Otito Obonya, Puna Ford's going to make it. Justin's going to make it. CJ Okoye, I don't know. Bosa and Tooley, absolutely. Junior Colson, he's going to be your starter. All right, I think he's easily going to be your starter. And honestly, our defensive line is probably going to look a lot of, obviously, Bosa and Mack when we can. Bosa, Tooley, Mack, Dupree, and Tooley. It's going to be a healthy swap between all of this. But Junior Colson, I think they're going to try to have him out there as much as he can. Junior and Denzel. Those two are your starting two. They want them out there. They're your thumpers. They're everything you need. These boys fly all over. They're both of them tackling machines. Absolute tackling machines. It could get interesting. I honestly think this back end doesn't really make it. I really don't. Okoye, Shelby, Jackson, Troy Dye, maybe. But I think it's going to be a fight between these two. Not really. You might even see Chris Rump get cut. Because this is becoming a deeper position. Now, where I get a little nervous. Cornerback and safety, the back end of the defense, right? You got Asante Samuel Jr. starting. CB1, to be honest, in my opinion. You got Christian Fulton. These two are going to be your boys out there consistently. Obviously, we have Derwin. We can welcome back Alohi. So, I like to keep that core pretty much with these three. Fulton, I think he's going to do a little bit better than people expect, but whatever. JT Woods, we're hoping to have a big step up. Cam Hart, great draft pick. AJ Finley, you got Jazir Taylor. Jazir Taylor seems to be coming into a little bit of his own, but when it comes to depth here, if one of these boys get hurt, I am nervous, to say the least. Nervous. You got Darius Davis in the special teams. Josh Harris. Dicker the kicker, baby. J.K. Scott. I think where it can get interesting is a couple positions, right? Wide receiver. I think your wide receiver 1 and 2 to start the league is Palmer Johnson. I think that switches very quickly. You're going to see Palmer and probably Ladd McConkey halfway through the season. Ladd is going to be your wide receiver 2. Fringe wide receiver 1. I think they're going to be that tight of a battle. DJ Shark. Why do I keep saying Shark? DJ Chark is going to be probably wide receiver 3, and I think Quentin Johnson's going to come in as speed looks. I'm not sold on him. I hope I'm dead wrong. I hope for some god reason he is arguably the wide receiver 1, and it blows our minds, and we're all losing our crap, right? And we're saying, oh my god, Tom Telesco, you guys actually did crazy. I'm going to have to go off of realist and history and blah, blah, blah. I just don't see it for right now. So, Unfortunately, that's what I'm going to do. Brendan Rice is going to be coming in when, I don't know, maybe somebody goes down or there's a play here and there. I don't expect him to get like more than 10 snaps a game at all, even though that's a lot for him. But yeah, I think Cornelius Johnson's going to be your special teams player for this year. But that's pretty much how this Chargers depth chart is looking. I'm willing to say these first two columns are pretty safe. Besides like Neiman, Clark. Yeah, that's really about it. That's really about it there. Um yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the Chargers secondary. And I'm interested to see how the wide receiving group falls into place. I don't think it's as bad as people think. I'm going to put that out there. I don't think the wide receiver group is as bad as people think, but hey, I've been wrong and I could be wrong again, but I've also been right. So, guys. Yes, sir. It is Two Tone Sports, still recovering from surgery. Hope all is well. As always, have a blessed day. Hope you like this one. I know it was a little bit of a rambling one, but I think the Chargers can piece something together. Trust in Jim, baby. Trust in Jim. Jimothy.